friends, welcome back to my channel. Sass here. I'm here for another review of 90 Day Fiancé the Other Way. And baby, wasn't it refreshing? Wasn't it refreshing? We got 2 new participants and we don't have to hear the squalling and the screeching of broad back. Oh, happy day. And yes, I am back to review this season. This season looks pretty good. We shall see. We shall see. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers, guys. I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers. I just cannot believe it. So y'all tell a friend and tell a kin. Okay? All right. Let's get into it. First, let's start off with Ellie and Victor. Ellie, she's a businesswoman. A successful businesswoman. Honey, they call her the pizza lady down there in Seattle, Washington. Now, Seattle, Washington is a place that I have on my visit list. Okay? I want to go to Seattle, Washington sometime in my life. But she's a pizza lady. I think she's in her early 40s and is successful. She says that she was married, I believe, for 10 years or some odd years. But her husband passed away in his sleep. Ooh, Lord. Wasn't that sad, y'all? That was terrible. Apparently, he had taken some prescription pain medicine and he accidentally overdosed. And honey, she said that her world hasn't been the same since. And that is so understandable. Losing your husband, your loved one that way, crushing. So her and I think her homegirl or some friends went on a trip. They went on a trip to Colombia and then they went to this little island, child. And who rolled up in a scooter? Toot toot. We got Victor, honey. And honey, Victor liked what he saw. She liked what she saw. And honey, that was it. We have a love connection. Now, Victor's in his 30s, but he a little older than that to me. He in his 40s. What is he, a Rastafarian? He says that we're an island of province. Is that what it is? Something like a mini Jamaica, child. He's a little Rastafarian. He got taco meat on his chest. I said not to try the taco meat, child. So, she fell head over heels. And so what she decided to do is pack up everything in her life and move to this little island, child, to be with Victor. She is giving away her successful business after 7 years. She's giving that away. She's packing up. She's packing up her spices, child. Her friend comes over. Her friend has a concerned look on her face. Her friend said, I don't think you need to do this, especially since Victor has a past. What kind of past, girl? Tell us. We want to know. Tell us. Well, she told us, and so did Ellie. Ellie said that 7 months ago, not 7 years, 7 months ago, that she found out that Victor, not from Young and the Restless, that Victor had cheated. And how she found out is that the woman contacted her. Now, when she confronted Victor about this, honey, he lied, honey. He lied, he lied, he lied. But then Ellie was like, oh no. See, the woman brought receipts. And so Ellie was like, you caught. So he seen that he was caught, busted, face cracked. So he had to come clean. Now, knowing all this information, you're going to give up a successful business, your place of living, your life, to move over there to a man who just cheated on you 7 months ago and lied about it. Ellie, I don't know about this one, girl. So her friend is like, he a manipulator, the way he lied about things, he cheated on you, girl. I don't know about this. I am concerned. Ellie packing up her stuff. And she's going over there. Anyway, child. Ellie looks real homely, don't she? Don't she just look homely? But we also seen that where he lived was impacted by a hurricane. Child, just a hot mess. Ellie! Let's move on. Oh, Lord. Let's talk about these two. Corey and Evelyn, child. Now, I'm not going to go with the backstory of Corey and Evelyn. We already know it. Okay? They had their trials and tribulations. There was this big old fuss about a break, like this was an episode of Friends. You broke up. Evelyn, you broke up with Corey. Now, he proposed to you. He left his family. He done moved over there. He proposed to you and you dragging your feet. You dragged your feet and you broke up with him. Get out of here with this break crap. You ain't 15. So he goes over there to Peru and honey, he done found him a little Jenny from the block. And they had them some good old times, honey. They had them some fun. He was like, listen, you broke up with me. She kept talking about, I wanted you to prove how much you love me. I wanted you to prove how much you feel for me. Girl, you keep on playing these games. Quit playing games and this is what happened. So now they're back together. She says she's not going to drag her feet, that she's going to marry Corey. They've already set a date, but Corey, dumb self, instead of telling her what really went down in Peru, I mean, listen, you already done told her half-truths talking about that y'all was about to have SES, but you couldn't get it up. Corey, if you don't go somewhere and sit down, y'all were broken up. You had fun. Oh, well. You might as well tell her everything, but oh no. He has a secret, and he said that it's bad about Jenny. Listen here, y'all, is Jenny pregnant? That's the first thing I thought of. Is Jenny pregnant? Corey, you done messed all the way the F up. Silly self. So now everything's good except for Corey and his secret. So now it's time to tell the fam. Now the family's happy. The mama is like, I like Corey. He's a good dude. He's good for my daughter. The father don't seem, off-putting about it. The father seemed cool. The brother seemed cool. The other sister seemed cool. Now that one sister, she said, I don't like it. I don't like Corey. I think he's fake. I don't like what he did to my sister because, of course, that one sister knows that Corey was in Peru having fun. So she don't like it. Well, Corey, honey, she really ain't gonna like you when she find out your secret, which you should have told Evelyn a long time ago. Child, this is just a hot mess. See, this is why I really don't feel Corey and Evelyn. But they're here. Let's move on. Child, we got introduced to the new participant. Some little 20-year-old white boy who looked like he ain't never lived. He seemed very sheltered. Seemed. Question mark. But something behind those eyes is making me intrigued with Stephen, with the V. He lives in Utah. He's a Mormon. Okay? Stepfather, I guess, is some type of, I don't know if Mormons, do they have preachers? But anyway, he living that life, child. And he's in pest control. Even though he don't believe in killing bugs. And what about his expressions? And his nervous laugh? I was like, child, bye. done went on several missions, and he's done lived a little bit. And then he come across a Russian. Y'all, what was her name, y'all? What was the Russian's name? Elena. Child, y'all know I butcher her name. Elena. He done met her at a Russian language exchange site. See, she's trying to learn English, and he know how to speak Russian, so it was all good. He done went over there, they done visited, all kinds of things. But see, when Elena, the Russian, found out that he was Mormon, she thought that it was some type of cult. So he says that Elena is the one for him after 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, child, she is the one. But of course, C-19 happened and all heck done broke loose, so their plans have been, messed up. So they're going to have to go to Turkey. To Turkey. So they're going to Turkey, and he got 90 days to figure out what he wants to do. But see, there's something about Stephen with the V. He got a secret of his own. See, he says that he practices Mormonism. Is that a word? I don't know. But see, his past, he wasn't living the real truth. See, I'm thinking Stephen with the V was out here living life. Now, what Stephen done, y'all? What Stephen done? Please don't tell me this is 5-star number 2. Please don't tell me that, child. Stephen with a V, you been arrested? What you done did? You got a child somewhere? What's happening? He look real innocent, don't he? Stephen with a V? Let us know. What y'all think about these new participants, child? Y'all know what to do. Leave it down below. Jiggle that Jenny and submit. 10 years. Jenny and Submit have been playing these games for 10 years. She was 52 years old. I'm not going to go in the background with Jiggle that Jenny and Submit. We all know the story. She's back over there in India, still begging, pleading, hoping, wishing that Submit would marry her. What she say, y'all, this is her 4th time over there? Is it 4 or 5? Still wanting this man to marry her. Just ridiculous. So they go into an astrologer. Now, y'all, at this point, something happened with the internet, the screen, my show. It just got all discombobulated and it went out. It blacked out on me. So I didn't see the astrologer part. I seen where she was saying that in India that astrologers were a big deal, and they go see them regularly, and this is a friend of Submit. So y'all leave down below, what did the astrologer say? Was it important? Because if it wasn't important, don't bother leaving it, child. But if it was important, leave it down below, because child, I don't know what happened. So anyway, so she still wanted to get married. Of course, his family is adamantly not wanting this. They don't like Jenny whatsoever. We know this. So she has tried and tried and tried, visa this, visa that, visa this. So she has a tourist visa. Now she has reapplied and it always was accepted. But this time, honey, they said, we tired of you. They said that her tourist visa extension was closed. Not renewed, closed, child. And baby, Jiggle Neck Jenny had a fit. She said, what does that mean? What does that mean? Does that mean that I have to go back home? I have to go back home. See, I have to go back home. This is ridiculous. I have to go back home. So, of course, submit, he done started sweating. And so he was like, let's call a travel agent. The travel agent said, ain't gonna work, okay? Everything's closed, borders closed, it ain't gonna work. And so Jeannie was like, hang up with him. He said it ain't gonna work, fool. So he's like, what am I supposed to do? Okay, this isn't my fault. All right, and then he says, don't behave. I was like, Submit, shut up. He said, what's the answer? I don't know what else to do. She said, you know what to do. And honey, when I tell you that neck, it was going like this. I said, Submit, that neck moving. She said, you know what to do. Marry me. See, this is what you do. You have strung me along for years. I packed up and left everything for you, and you still ain't married me. And then he gonna talk about, well, you know why, my family. And then this idiot was talking about going somewhere, and he don't even have his passport. At first he said he lost his passport, and then he said the in-laws took it. What? I'm telling you, just knowing the inside of your job. Jeannie, you are 62 years old, and you are still screaming and convincing and wishing and hoping that this man marry you. 10 years. So sad. So sad. So, of course, when marriage came up, Submit, honey, he had all kinds of excuses. He ain't trying to hear it. Not here, not there, not anywhere. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. So then Jeannie says those fatal words. Jeannie says, I have nothing to go back to back home. I have nothing. I have nowhere to live. I have nowhere to go. Jiggle neck. You have a whole family here. You have a daughter. You have a daughter-in-law. Don't she have grandkids? What are you talking about? See what I'm saying, y'all? 62 years old, you got a whole family, and you talking about you don't have nothing back here. You should be with your silly self. So Jeannie said, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of it. So then she storms up, she's screaming, that neck is just a jiggling. She storms outside, she done kicked over that Dollar General patio plastic furniture. Now I don't know why you taking your aggression out on that furniture. You know that furniture costs $3.99. She said, F you, Smith, F you. Why you mad? Why you mad, Jiggle? You have went through this for all these years. We have witnessed you get embarrassed time and time again. And here you are, crying, snot flying, screaming. Welcome back, Jenny. Let's move on. Last and certainly least, honey, R and B. Now we have Aria. Is that her name, child? That's why I call her R. And then we have Benham. Is that his name, child? That's why I call him B. They are R and B. Now we seen their life. Okay? Honey, they struggling. Okay? They struggling. But there's an upside. I mean, they got a 3-bedroom house. Y'all remember what that first place looked like? Honey, child, that looked like something from a horror movie. Just a hot mess. But now they got a 3-bedroom home. They have a live-in nanny to take care of that beautiful girl, Avi. Woo! That kid is adorable. But there's only one thing. See, C-19 hit, and it just didn't work out well for B. I mean, he half-ass worked as it is. But see, now he ain't doing nothing. He ain't dancing. He ain't, choreographing. He ain't DJing. He ain't singing. He ain't doing no martial arts. Only thing he doing is lifting weights. So he won't have a big gut. And obviously her freelance right and ain't working out, because I don't think she's working either. But see, how are they affording to live? How are they affording that 3-bedroom house? Oh, that's right, her parents. She says that her parents are helping her. Okay. Now they struggling with their marriage. Things are tense. Things are just not quite right. They don't seem that happy. R definitely don't seem happy. I think B is just going with the flow. And so R thought it was a good idea to have her best friend, who is also her ex-husband, to come visit. My question to you, friends, why? They need a storyline, because this don't make no sense to me. Why is it that your ex-husband, who is your best friend, coming to visit your current husband just to introduce themselves? Okay. But he also want to see the baby. Now, B, he says yes. He says he's cool with it, even though he's like, listen, when he come, I don't want no hanky-panky. I don't want you to fall in love with him. And so I was like, well, you know, I do love him. He's my best friend. B, what's wrong with you? Now, I'm sorry. Different strokes for different folks. But if I'm married and he has an ex-wife and me and my marriage is already a little bit shaky, there is no way his ex-wife, best friend or not, is going to come and visit. But see, this is the kicker. Y'all want to hear the kicker? So the sisters come over. B's sisters. Okay? Now, they already got their get out on. They're not a big fan of hers. We all seen that go down. But then they find out that the ex-husband / best friend is coming to visit. Guess who coming to dinner? So then the sisters are like, excuse me, where is he gonna stay? And then all said, he's staying here. I didn't hear that. Can you repeat that? Oh, he's staying here. He's staying here with me and my current husband and my newborn and the living nanny. What? And then those sisters said, that's some white people shit. And I lost it. Y'all, I laughed and I laughed. I said, Lord, have mercy. I ain't never heard of this. You mean to tell me he's coming to visit and he's going to stay with you and your husband? Absolutely not. B. No. Now, if he wants to get a hotel, motel, not the Holiday Inn, fine. But you ain't staying up in my house that my in-laws is paying for. That ain't going to happen. B, honey, you being too kind, okay? Too kind. And all is just sitting there like, the sisters are like, oh, Lord. I know my brother ain't a fool. Now, I know my brother ain't a fool. Now, I know my brother ain't going to have this white man up in this house with his wife. What y'all think about that? Let me know if you would let your husband or boyfriend's ex-wife, ex-husband, whatever, come stay there inside that house for a visit. Y'all already know what I say, hell to the no. I'm sorry. That would be so uncomfortable for me. And he ain't never met him, right? Y'all know what to do. Leave your comments down below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And until next time, friends,